do even better. If Facebook will just stay up. I don't know what caused that to shut off, so I'd rather do it live. Don't sound good.
Reese Monument Company, Roland Veterinary Services, Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Kentucky, Mary's Home Furnishings and Appliance Center, John Smith Subs Harrogate, Danny England Motors, Stay and Play Doggy Daycare and more, Walker and Walker Construction, Claiborne Health and Wellness, Value RX Pharmacy Tazewell, Hearthside Bank, Whitaker Insurance Agency, Pizza in Tazewell, First Century Bank, provider of our communications.
All right, welcome to episode 56 of the Zones All Access, hosted by the Sports Center. Tonight or this evening, my guests are Jake Barnes and Cora. Uh, she is participating in youth wrestling. Is pretty good at it. Okay, let's go to get some backgrounds off you first, Dad. Where you from?
I'm from Middlesboro, Kentucky. Played sports there my whole life. When was about 12, I got into MMA and jiu-jitsu. Done that randomly, um, competitively, till my mid 20s.
Yeah.
Moved to Nashville, done some jiu-jitsu tournaments up there, and kids got interested in wrestling. I was like, well, I know a little bit about it, and we went from there.
Okay, what sports did you play, Dad, when you grew up as a youngster?
I played football, baseball, and basketball.
Okay, what was your favorite?
Football.
Okay. Did you have a favorite team and athlete?
By far, my favorite team is Kentucky basketball. Um, Favorite athlete, I would have to say, is I'm gonna have to go Kentucky Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Okay. Cora, did you play anything else growing up?
Did cheer.
Did cheer. Uh, what what did cheer teach you?
Well, cheer and wrestling are good to do both because when you cheer, you learn a lot of cheers and routines, and when you go into wrestling, you have to learn moves and fundamentals and everything, and it's good to do cheer because you catch on easily and to be flexible also.
Okay, Jake, how did she get into wrestling?
Well, um, my son played football in Middlesboro a few years ago, and one of the coaches, their kid play wrestled for Bell County,
Yeah.
and he said, "Man, I really think Hudson would be a wrestler." So we went over there and tried it. Um, We took both of them over there. We wrestled there, but we started literally the week before region, so it was way late in the season. Um, and Hudson excelled. He won region for Bell County and was state runner up that year. Um, and we've been going ever since.
Yeah. Cora, why did you just love the sport so much from the get go?
Well, when the first practice, I honestly just thought it was really fun, but the reason I stuck with it is because I just kept driving to get better.
Okay. When did you start your training officially, or where was it? What can you tell me about just your initial start with training?
Well, we started at Bell County, um, and we practiced there, and then we moved to do Crater City Bucks, and we went 3 days a week, and now Claiborne County, we also do 3 days a week, and just keep going, don't miss practice, and try your hardest.
Dad, what do you think the appeal was to it?
Honestly, the the environment and the team, just being a team, and she really enjoys that, and wrestling is an individual sport, but you should see the kids on the side of the mat every time one of their teammates are up. You know what I mean?
I've seen it. Yes.
And because you see the kids putting in the work at practice, and you see, oh man, they progressed so much, or that, in a couple of years they're going to be a stud. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you
Uh-huh.
see that, and everybody just, and that's one thing about wrestling as a whole. I got to say, like, it's so much respect. You got to shake hands before the match, after the match, and then after the match, you got to shake the other coach's hand, win or lose,
Mhm.
draw, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And that's really the best thing about the sport.
Uh, Cora, what is your training like? Is it as hard as a match of yours, or not? Or what do you think? What's your
It
opinion?
really depends, but usually we're going to really big tournaments, tough matches, but yeah. So,
Okay. Uh, is it fun?
yeah, very.
Why is it fun?
Well, it's fun for me just to be with the team and to just, you know, keep seeing how my progress and just trying to get better each day.
Uh, is that was you talking about the matches being fun or the training part? What about training? Is it fun too?
Sometimes it's not fun, like conditioning or going over a move like 10,000 times, but it all just makes you better in
Yeah.
the long run. And I just have to realize that when I'm doing it, just keep going through it instead of just giving up. Um, but matches, tournaments are really fun. Um, most of practice is fun for me. So,
Uh, you're doing training over here at Brave Boxing, correct?
Mhm.
Uh, talk about the program they're trying to get up there, over there. What do they do? How do they train wrestlers? Just talk about them a little bit.
Well, I'm over the middle school and youth. Daniel Miracle is over the high school. And we practice Tuesday and Thursday. High school is from 5 to 6:30. Middle school and youth is from 6:30 to 8. And we really just drill fundamentals, hand fighting, good stance, protecting your leg. It's the fundamentals, and that's really what progresses them, and just mentally for this sport. It really is the best sport for mental growth and learning how to take a loss, learning how to take a win with, being respectful, and just best sport.
What what kind of things you do in training, and do you have certain things that make it more fun for the kids
Yeah,
or
I
that?
mean, we play multiple games every practice. So we've got
Yeah.
dodgeballs, we've got whether they're playing sharks and minnows, or we're playing the sock game, which
Wait,
is
wait,
like,
wait. Sharks and minnows.
you want to explain it?
yeah, so you get one or two people to get in like the middle of the map, and then everybody else is on like the far end of the map, and you have to be in your stance, and you kind of like while you're in your stance, you try to get to the other side without getting taken down. And if you get taken down, then you're one of the sharks.
So the last one standing
Yeah.
wins.
No, you can continue. I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
had to know.
yeah. And we play a game called the sock game, which is you take a sock, pretty long one, and stuff it back there behind, and everybody's in their stance, and if somebody takes your sock, you got to do 10 push-ups, and you can come back in. And then at a certain time, we'll be like, okay, last one standing wins, and the winner gets to do 20 push-ups.
All right, Cora, uh, what foods do you typically eat? And is it basic kid foods or healthy stuff or a little bit of both?
So it's usually I just a little bit of both, but if I eat just what I want until a tournament's coming up and I need to get to this certain weight, so then I'll eat healthy and cut weight to be that certain weight. But usually I just eat kind of a little bit of both or just.
Is is the weight easy to control? Do you know how to do that, or
Well, I
sometimes
do.
are you in panic mode?
Yeah, because I mean, there was one time at practice I need to be, um, there was 1 pound allowance, so I could be 115, half a pound over. He was like, "What? You were
Yeah,
just like."
112 the other
Yeah.
day,
And then
but
the 2 days later, I'm like 111.
yeah.
So it
Yeah.
moves.
Uh, what's your favorite wrestling move or technique?
Okay, well, my favorite takedown recently has been a single leg. I've been hitting those pretty good. Um, favorite pin finishing move would probably be an arm bar. I did that at state region last year, and I like that.
Yeah. What do you think was her toughest match?
I would have to say her third match at state, which put her on the podium for placing. Um, that girl was really tough. She ended up winning 3-1. Took the girl down in the first period. The girl got one escape, and both rode on top. The rest of the, no escapes and no turns after that. And um, that was a really tough one, and she'd worked really hard for that.
What
And
do you think that match taught her?
that putting in the work when nobody's looking and putting in more time than your opponent pays off.
Cora, what do you think was your toughest match?
I think my toughest match was yeah, okay. So I had that match, another match. So it was for the third or fourth place,
Hmm.
and she, I took her down, and then ended up she got an escape, and then she got a takedown, so she was up by points, and I picked top and got a set of back points, and then I pinned her. But that was a really tough match. She did really good. We both fought really hard for that,
Yeah,
and I think that was my favorite and toughest match.
that was the number three
Wh-
seed in the tournament.
What,
Yeah,
yeah, what did that teach you? What did you learn?
that anything can happen because I knew that she was really good and been working on not getting in my head, even if like because anything can happen. So I went into that match thinking anything can happen, and I ended up winning, and it was just a very fun and it was just a good moment.
Okay, what's the motivation that gets you ready for a match?
Yeah.
And do you listen to music or
I don't usually listen to music. I usually just have him talk me up, and it helps a lot. And if he's not talking to me, then I'm usually just pacing back and forth, trying to get my mind right before the match.
when the times you do listen to music, what's in your earpods?
Probably some either country or um, like Morgan Wallen and Hardy. Usually, that's
Dad, what do you want this sport to teach her?
That putting in the work pays off. Um, Sometimes you got to put in the work when nobody's looking, and that will make you shine when everybody is looking. Um, that life isn't easy, wrestling isn't easy. It's not always fair, and if you put in the work and put in the effort, and it's going to pay off eventually.
Okay, overall, Cora, what lessons are you learning?
like discipline, fundamentals, and also just like you have to be respectful and you have to not be too cocky because there's been times I thought like, oh, this will be an easy match and it wasn't. And you just have to like anything can happen and just be humble.
All right. Do you have a favorite moment watching her wrestle?
Yeah, it would have to be probably the moment we shared after she beat that girl 3-1 to be a state placer, because that was her goal this year. She's, at the beginning of the season, and I asked all my wrestlers, just like, what are your goals? I want you to write them down. You know what I mean? Like, what are your goals? And let's try to achieve them. And her goals this year were to place at every bracket and tournament that she wrestled and to be a state placer this year, and she hit every single goal this year. And to see her win that match and the hug and moment we shared after that was probably my favorite because, I mean, that's a big deal as a second year wrestler to go be top five in the state. Yeah, I mean that. So I was very proud of that.
Okay, same question.
I do agree with that, but my favorite it was probably we were at nationals and I won a match that whole season. I mean, it was my first season and I won one match. And it was for the third place. So before I went out there, I was like two out, and I was like, I don't want to go out there. Like I haven't won a match. I'm not going to win anything. Like I've never won anything. And he was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to. So I went out there and I won. and it was my first win. And if I wouldn't have went out there, then I would have never experienced what it felt to win.
When you're out there, uh, do you think a lot of what you're going to do, and or is it reacting, or is it a little bit of both? I
Yeah,
mean,
probably a little bit of both,
what's
but
what's going through that mind of yours?
me and my dad usually talk about like, okay, so she's all upper body, so we need to work shots or hand fight or just we usually set out a plan. But, when you go out there and wrestle, sometimes that plan doesn't work. You say you're going to shoot it off the bat, but that doesn't happen. And, or whatever just happens, you don't really know. But sometimes I do have a game plan of what I'm going to go out there and do, but sometimes it just doesn't work out with that.
What do you feel like you need to get better at?
There's a lot of things I want to improve at, but the main thing is probably not getting in my head.
What, Jacob? What is your favorite thing about wrestling? Uh, and same questions to you, and why?
I'd have to say to see the kids where they start at the beginning of the season towards the end of the season, like their mental growth,
Yeah.
their technical growth, and how good we've done this year. I mean, we've really dominated locally. We've done really good. Um, and to see the kids just there to see how they shine when they put in the work and consistently come to practice. Just the growth of the kids, I would say.
What about you?
Um, well, tournaments are really fun and just being with the team and traveling and like just watching my teammates wrestle and having them watch me wrestle and just how we support each other and everything. That's really fun and just staying at the hotels together, like swimming in the pool and just everything with them. Plus, wrestling is just a really fun sport in general.
Okay, what is your ultimate goals? Is it college to win a state title or both?
Both, I definitely want to wrestle in college, but my goal for next year is to win state because this year I placed at state, but hopefully next year I can be a state champ.
Okay, is there anything else you want to say about wrestling? You want to talk more about the program or the school board, trying to get
Yes,
some help from them or
yeah,
anything?
we really need the backing of the county and schools to sanction a middle school team because we can't compete against other schools. We're in a club, so we run. So everything middle school and down is a club, which is a feeder program for the high school. But a school would have to sanction that, and we could really use a gym or a practice facility,
Mhm.
and we could pretty much fund ourselves if we could run tournaments where the school wouldn't have to do much, but we can't do that without being sanctioned and, the insurance and everything that comes with that.
Uh, Talk about that a little more. What would the school system have to do to bring the sanctioning?
I think they would just have to vote on it and approve it and back it just like they would a soccer program or
Yeah.
baseball program, or, just like they do with the high school,
Okay.
how they do the high school. It's not at a youth or middle school level.
Is there anything, Cora, that you want to say? You want to thank some coaches or anything like that?
Definitely my dad, for everything he's taught me and how far we both have came in wrestling, and just also like all my teammates, they've accomplished really big things this year. Um, just uh, yeah, definitely that.
Definitely want to give Aubrey Senior a shout out. She got state runner up this year as a first year wrestler.
Hmm.
And she's done really good. Won a lot of boys brackets, just like Cora. Those two are pretty good. I call them studettes.
Yeah, and also both first year wrestlers, uh, Wyatt and Brooklyn Houghton.
Hmm.
Wyatt got first. He
He
really
won region.
surprised us.
Yep,
Like he did really good.
he did.
So did Brooklyn. I believe she got third.
Hmm.
They're both first year wrestlers.
And we had six lose their
Are
state qualifying
are they
match.
through the Ray boxing as well?
Yes, yeah, that's where we run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
everybody on my team, that's where we practice.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Okay, anything else you want to talk about?
Probably just if you're interested, definitely come because it's a very fun sport and we'd be happy to have you guys and
Yeah.
just come try it out. First practice is free, so
Yeah, that's a question I should have asked
Yeah.
you. Forgot. What 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 advice would you give to a younger wrestler wanting to start?
definitely try it out because if I mean, don't pass up the opportunity. Like it's a very fun sport. Great to have more teammates and like we'd love to have anybody that wants to come. Me especially like girl wrestlers because I know how that feels to just come into the sport. That I can definitely help you through that if you want.
Yeah.
Jake?
We really need more middle school and high school wrestlers
Yeah.
for sure. I think Daniel had like 5 last year, and it all starts from the youth and the middle school level working up. I mean, and that's like in any sport. So just come out and try it, you know. And like just like in the off season, it's not mandatory. Come when you can. We understand other sports are going on and you got other practices, but just come try it, and I promise it will pay off.
Okay, one more question before we go. Do you need any headgear or anything like that that the community can come and help financially with?
I think we're good on headgear. We've got Match. We've really got about everything we need. We just
Yeah.
need to be sanctioned for a
Oh,
school to
yeah.
be able to have a middle school team.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. Thank you all for coming. Full disclosure, we recorded this earlier, as I said on Facebook that I was going to do, and I laid my notebook down on the laptop. So this is the second time we've went through this, and I appreciate you both for being patient. And thank you all for coming. Really,
Thank you.
thank you to Rex up here at the Sports Center and our team of partners, our marketing partners, our premier partners, and all you that watch our all access episodes. Later today, you'll be able to find it on Facebook or our YouTube channel, Claiborne County Sports on YouTube. And we'll see you next time, and may God bless.
Reese Monument Company, Roland Veterinary Services, Clayton Homes of Middlesboro, Kentucky, Mary's Home Furnishings and Appliance Center, John Smith Subs Harrogate, Danny England Motors, Stay and Play Doggy Daycare and more, Walker and Walker Construction, Claiborne Health and Wellness, Value RX Pharmacy Tazewell, Hearthside Bank, Whitaker Insurance Agency, Pizza in Tazewell, First Century Bank, provider of our communications.